And we're back for episode 71. And I don't remember what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, nobody wanted to hang out. It's after school. Let's go. I think we just work, right? Actually, let's see if Yusuke's around. He is not. Ana's here. Takemi's there. Kodo and Ryuji, but they're maxed. Haru, we can't develop hers yet. Yeah, nobody's out. Interesting. Yeah, let's just go work. Unless she's ready.
Oh yeah. Aw, that's too bad.
I wonder when we were gonna be able to finish On's social link. Skip. Nothing. Wow.
Ah, you're back.
Yo, gun enthusiast. Stop by the shop if you can. We'll decide later. I'm not too worried about his social link.
Hey,
It's time to clean up.
well then.
I want kindness.
Oh,
So in Persona 4, there was this like really long, like 2-week period during the spring months where you're just kind of waiting for something to happen, but there wasn't really anything to do. I wonder if that's going to be the same here. Like in this game, if there's going to be a period in the spring where it's like 2 weeks where nobody can really hang out. You just kind of have to do shit on your own. I just kind of wonder about that, because then that would be a good time for me to just go through all of the books and video games. But anyways, including the day we got to carry out the plan, there's only 10 days left. Time is really slipping away. What will happen to us if we fail? Our lives will be over. According to Akechi, we'd be tried for a very serious crime. Maybe, but we can't lose heart before we've even done anything. If we do that, we'll just mess everything up, even the parts we can definitely succeed in. You actually said something wise for once. You want to fight? You two get along so well. How so? This is an outrageous claim. That's what I should be saying. Come on, stop it. Wait, since when did these two start beefing? Come on, stop it. Let's try to keep tensions low. We're all feeling anxious. Even you, Makoto. Yes, it can't really be helped this time. That's not how I raised you. Get a hold of yourself, Ryuji. What? Why are you singling me out? God, Futaba's awesome. Yeah, Ryuji, get your shit together. Hey, people want to hang out. Give some pre-time. Kichijoji. Yeah, let's go see if we can max out her social link. But I wonder, when is she gonna come in to this dungeon? Like, obviously she's gonna do it on the calling card because she was in the prologue. But like, what makes her go in? Like, she doesn't know what's going on. Really? She's ready to max it.
Maybe some other time.
Let's go see what Futaba wants. If Futaba doesn't want... I don't think Futaba is gonna wanna develop her social link. But I just want to be sure.
Hey, hey.
Not ready to develop.
Alright, see you.
I like how she just kind of squats outside. Alright, where was she? Were you here? Nope. Oh, she was here, right? Yep, there she is. I think. But yeah, let's get her social link maxed.
Senpai?
We're going to the batting cages. I hope you're excited. Probably didn't expect to be meeting me at a batting center, huh? It is a surprise, yes. I thought so, but I'm glad you decided to humor me. Batting cages help train your reflexes, dynamic vision, and improves the power of your stance. And really, those are important elements in gymnastics too. It all sounds pretty plausible, right? Actually, I just wanted to come here. Honestly, I wanted you to see me hit a home run. This seems kind of sudden. I remembered something from when I was little. My father used to take me to the batting cages a lot. The other kids were scared of getting hit by the baseballs, but I just loved swinging the bat around. Every time I hit one, I kept thinking, it doesn't matter how fast they are, I'll slam them into orbit. I thought if I tried to put myself back in that headspace, I could get some ideas on how to get my boldness back. What do you think? That could work, right? That's a good idea.
Yes.
I think it'll really help.
My turn.
Next up to the plate, Kasumi Yoshizawa. Here I go. Just hits her right in the knee and just shatters it. Ah! Are they always this fast? Listen, I'm not a baseball player. I think the game's boring as shit. But I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to hold the bat.
It's the next one that counts.
Okay, no more warm-ups. From now on, I'm going to be 100% home runs. Eep. What the?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I know I was rusty, but I didn't expect to miss all of them. I never see the ball coming, and I keep flinching. I didn't think my slump was hitting me this hard. Don't give up yet. You're right, I'll give it one more shot. Stay calm, don't be scared, eyes on the ball.
My turn.
Here I go. Come on. What? I did it.
We did it.
I hit the ball. I saw. I knew you were watching me. That's how I did my best. Up until now, I've only been working for myself. I was so desperate to make a good impression. But since I started hanging out with you, I started feeling like I wanted to live up to your expectations. And that feeling's helped me feel so much stronger. I'd forgotten how it felt to work that hard on someone else's behalf. Don't forget how that feels.
Yes.
Right, of course. Ever since I met you, I've been discovering so many things about myself. But now I feel like I'm closer than ever to getting my confidence back.
Please, listen to me.
Alright, I've been feeling a lot more limber and energized lately too. I'm not totally back to normal yet, but even my grades have been going back up. Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I still need to show you what I can do. Next time you won't have to watch me fumbling with the bat. I'll show you an all-new full-powered gymnastics routine. Her intense trust in us, they say.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast birthed a bond clad in the heart's strength. This union, born and embraced by will unyielding, shall become the balefire that lights thy path. Thou hast gained a glimpse of the faith's truth, granting thee further power to tread the
glimpse?
abyss.
Huh. Alright, I have a prediction. I think her confidant's gonna change. I mean, not her confidant, her arcana. I think her arcana is gonna change. Kind of like Adachi in 4, where you have his social link up to a certain point, but then it changes when the plot thickens. I think the same is going to be for Kasumi's. I think it's going to change Arcana. Because, like, it didn't feel like her, I guess, story really came to a close through her social link. Like, you didn't really feel like you came full circle. Or that the character did a 180 and, like, developed herself. Like, we feel like we're only halfway there. So I think her Arcana is going to change. Whatever that's going to happen. I have no idea. Maybe when she joins us, she'll change. Or maybe something's going to happen. I don't know. I'm excited to see, though, what might happen.
All right.
Anyway, we've still got a lot to hit. I think it's your turn. Give it all the guts you've got. Smash it into outer space. Oh, sorry. I need to get
Good
going.
effort.
Thank you very much for today. Thank you so much for coming with me today. I haven't swung a bat in a while. My arms still feel kind of weird. I was kind of hoping to knock it out with a clang, but I'm just happy I managed to hit the ball. It's nice to dip into sports aside from gymnastics. Was there anything else you wanted to try? Ooh. Let's try swimming. Ooh, swimming. That's a great full body exercise, good for a well-balanced muscle tone. And since it's not as stressful on your bones and joints, it enhances your cardiopulmonary functions as well. Perhaps we can go next time. Or wait, do I even own a swimsuit? I don't think I have anything other than leotards. I have a request for you. May I ask you to join me for more things from now on? When I'm with you, I just feel so much more capable. Whenever you wanted to go train again or just hang out and chat, please reach out whenever. Okay, I'll let you go. We're in, boys. She wants it.
Ah, you're back.
How do you feel about arcades? I was strolling through one the other day and I found myself drawn to a certain game. Perhaps the two of us could have a little competition. Hell yeah, let's fucking develop this shit. Akechi's too good to be on the bench, so Akechi will probably be a full-on starter for now on. Sorry for dragging you out here. I was out here gathering intel and I noticed some patrons playing this. I did a bit of research. Apparently it's a pretty hardcore shooter game. Do you normally play games like these? I'm not great at them. Well, that should even the playing field. I'm not much for video games myself, so I guess I'm in the same boat. Damn, that's some accuracy. That guy with the brown hair isn't wasting a single shot. Glasses isn't doing bad either, but he's definitely losing ground. Phew, my fingers are gonna be sore tomorrow. What a realistic game. Are you used to gunplay?
Have you noticed?
Ah, you noticed. Well, I need as much practice as I can get if I'm gonna take you out. Only a joke. I'm new to this, I'm afraid. Perhaps we'll chalk it up to beginner's luck. Still, this did feel a bit nostalgic for me. I had a toy gun like this when I was young, you know. All this reminded me of running around the house with it, playing hero. You wanted to be a hero.
I don't know that I agree.
I'm not totally certain, but thinking back, I suppose I must have. But there are different kinds of heroes, of course, different stances they define themselves by. For example, one may stick to the vision of justice they believe in, even if others deny it. While another may simply do as others desire of them, seeking to be recognized and gratified as a hero. So, which of those two fits more with your conception of a hero? Ooh. Sticking to your justice, right? Well, I had a feeling you'd say that. But if nobody else wants the justice they fight for, isn't that just blind self-righteousness?
I apologize.
Ah, sorry. I suppose that was a strange tangent. Pardon me. Whenever I talk to you, I just can't help delving into these abstract topics. Akechi is such a cool dude.
All right.
Goodness, I worked up a sweat playing that game. I must smell like the arcade now. I could use a shower. Why don't we call it a day?
We will meet again.
Wanted to express my gratitude again for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I had quite a lot of fun. I don't play these games too often, so I honestly wasn't sure how well I'd do. Hopefully I didn't come off as too much of a novice. I wish I'd played better. Ooh, you did fine. Really? I'm honored that you think so. I suppose I've always been quick to grasp the fundamentals of anything, but that's always been a concern for me. There's this constant pressure. Everyone expects me to be capable of anything, which is stressful in and of itself. Still, games are rather fun. It was quite a novel experience. Usually I just read in my leisure time. It offered more realism than I expected, and I was impressed by how immersive it felt. Usually I really struggle with enjoying the same pastimes as my peers, but thanks to you, I had fun today. I hope you can join me again if you get the chance. Now, I'll talk to you later. Hey! Knowledge, proficiency, charm. Do we have any guts? Oh. No, we don't. I'll read Flowerpedia.
Nice.
All right.
Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not sleep deprived because I want to be, you know. My neighbors have been careless lately on garbage day. The crows were cawing away this morning. Those trash nets the city makes us use only keep them away at the start. Crows are quick learners. On that note, do you know how to write the kanji for crow? The characters for bird and crow look very similar, but the latter has one fewer line. What do you think? Isn't it easy to confuse with bird?
Do you know the answer?
Oh, let me get the guide up. The line in the character for bird has a line in the character for crow. Doesn't. Oh, hold on. The line in the character for bird has a line that the character for crow doesn't. It represents the eye, but... Do you know why it's missing in the character for crow? I'm gonna go with... I think it's this one, but I'll check the guide. Yep, its crow's eyes are hard to see. I was right. That's the only one that made sense. Crows don't have bad eyesight, and there wouldn't be no reason for it. Crows are black feathered, of course, so it's hard to spot their black eyes. But crows actually have great vision. They can even see UV rays, apparently.
Nice.
Yeah, crows are insanely smart. By the way, one reading for a different crow kanji is ga, to imitate the sound of a kind. The character for pigeon is the same. It's based on the bird's coo, leading to the coo pronunciation. Crows are pretty smart, so you'd better study enough if you don't want to lose to them. Crows are scary, let me tell you. When your eyes meet, they start flapping and...
Hey.
Said later. Let's go see if we can develop this one. There we go. Yep, let's develop this one.
I suppose.
Alright, that's it for today. Or are you going home already? If you have some time, why don't you stay and enjoy an apple? It's a gift from one of my elderly patients. She gave me a lot. Hello, Dr. Takemi. Chief Oyamada. There was a medical conference nearby, so I thought I'd check up on you. Who's this? He doesn't look like a patient.
Oh.
He's a part-time staffer. I'm having him handle some miscellaneous tasks for me. So do you have business with me? I hear you stole one of my patients, a girl with bronchitis. She came here with her father. Bronchitis, you say? Well, I had no intention of taking her from you. I certainly didn't encourage her to visit my clinic. Now, there's talk that the care at a university hospital is inferior to that of a general practitioner. Original medicine? What are you doing here is simply absurd. You're right. I would have turned a blind eye if you had just rotted away out here in this little town. But this is your final warning. Shut this place down and resign your medical license. She's a great doctor, bro. What did you say? Don't worry about it. You seem to be quite fond of her. Perhaps I should reveal this woman's true identity. She's a monster who tortured a patient with her unregulated medicine. Terrible, isn't it? She was such a brave girl, always smiling.
What does this mean?
Was? She passed away.
What?
Perhaps you'll sever the same fate, She is the plague, after all. Don't lie to me. She should still have some time. She was slowly recovering. Her condition couldn't have deteriorated that quickly. But it did. You must have misjudged. Now back to the reason why I'm here. Don't ever take another patient away from me again. You don't want to make me angry. Miwa's dead?
No.
But she's all I've been working toward all this time. Curing her was my only... There's no way. Let's ask for details. What have I been doing all this time? What was even the point? I can't... Is there anything I can do? No, I'll be fine.
Sorry.
I feel better now. Thanks for your help, my little guinea pig. Nice. Got that discount.
Right.
I don't know what to say.
We all do sometimes. Yeah, you're right. I guess it's fine once in a while. Go on home for today. We will continue this another time.
Take care.
Interesting. I smell a conspiracy.
Ah, you're back.
Hey!
I'm gonna just keep working on
Well then.
kindness.
Oh.
That should do it for now. Hey!
Man, we're gonna be at 0% here soon.
Hey! Hey!
What do we got? Doing today. What are your plans? Yeah, let's go develop this one. Well, I just found out how scary cats can be despite their cuteness. What are you talking about?
So,
Oh, it happened on my way to school this morning. I spotted a kitten that had gotten itself stuck in a tree. I tried rescuing it since I felt bad for it, but I ended up with the clawing of a lifetime for the effort. I had no idea a cat's claws were so sharp. I know, right? Speaking from experience, eh? It really does hurt a lot. But I was able to rescue the kitten, so it was all still worthwhile. All I really have to do to make sure to put antibiotics on the scratches anyway.
well,
Well, let's move on and talk about a different kind of pain. We discussed this for a bit last time we talked. Actually, the pain felt within one's heart. There are all sorts of ways to identify and diagnose physical injuries and illness. But when it comes to pains of the heart, we're working in unknown territory. There's so much we haven't learned yet. Treating trauma sure is difficult when it's invisible. If only we could somehow directly reduce emotional pain in a healthy way. Like putting antibiotics on a scratch. Right? Something like that would be wonderful. Unfortunately, as it may be, we all know there's no topical medicine that can properly heal a heartache. Not only that, psychological issues are even more complex. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Oh, woe is me. My heart is in such pain. It's like I'm being pierced through the chest. I have such a torturous burning deep inside me. Are you okay? Sorry, that was poor attempt at acting. Please don't look at me like that. But basically what I'm getting at is our own emotional pain is only kind we can fully comprehend. That seems obvious, right? But it's absolutely vital to understand. A person's heart, their pain cannot be seen. Even if they spent their whole lives expressing it to others, there is no way for them to truly grasp it. It's not like we can directly look at their hearts and remove the root cause of their pain. But for me to do any good in that area, I need to conduct further research into the heart. More specifically, I need to learn how the heart reacts to the world around it. That's the first stepping stone to a breakthrough in the field. Once that's been figured out, we'll not only comprehend psychological pains that were once unknowable, but we'll even be able to perform more effective treatment for those people with wounded hearts. That's a grand plan. It's nothing so grandiose, but hey, if we can get rid of people's pain, that'd be for the best, right? I'm no fan of pain myself.
Well,
On the other hand, people have laughed off my idea as just silly. Pointless dream. And I can't say I blame them. But still, you take the time to listen to what I have to say, and you actually try to understand. Thanks to you, I can tell I'm actually getting somewhere with my theories. How can I phrase it? I guess I could say you're making this hazy, hard-to-grasp idea finally appear before me? You know, you could very well become a counselor yourself someday. Say, would you like to try being my assistant? Of course, I'm only shoestring budget, so I wouldn't be able to pay you. Sounds fun.
oh, sounds great.
Surprisingly eager, maybe you really will become a skilled counselor in the future. Joking aside, I'm truly grateful for your assistance. Thank you.
All right.
So on the 18th, is he's just gone forever? Let's put a pin in that for today, shall we? I hope you'll lend an ear again when you've got some time to spare. Now, I know you've been waiting for this, so let's get to the mental training.
All right.
Got some more SP, let's fucking go.
Careful, okay?
Do you have a moment? Today got pretty one-sided, I just ended up rambling again. This keeps happening. I should have asked this sooner, but is leaving you with any mental fatigue? Oh, is this leaving you with any mental fatigue? Is your schoolwork being affected? I am completely fine. Really? Thank goodness. I was worried. Not every guy wants a middle-aged weirdo rambling to them about a bunch of philosophical abstracts. I know it's asking a lot, but it'd be great if we could keep... What, the station? Sorry, I think this tourist needs help. I better go. Hold on, Shinjuku station, and you... Oh, you've got no money, huh? Deleted by admin, deleted by admin. Save us, Akechi. Hey, we're working on it.
Ah, you're back.
Hey,
Time to clean.
well then.
The plot is about to thicken in 7 days. Hey! It's done! Alright, let's fucking go.
All right.
We are now angelic.
Hey,
That took longer than I expected. We should go to bed once we clean up the rest. Let's fucking go. Now we can do Sojiro's social link.
Hiya.
We're sending the calling card on the 18th, so we have less than a week left now. I'm getting nervous. I know how you feel.
Really?
You too? That's surprising. Still, this time is different than usual. Having a set date to send the calling card and all, this mission will determine our fate. We have to succeed no matter what.
By the way,
Do you like hearing your own voice? Have you ever heard a recording of your own voice? Were you surprised? That's because when you hear your voice normally, you hear it through your bones. The voice you hear in a recording that makes you feel uncomfortable is unmistakably your own voice. Now then, has hearing someone's voice over the phone ever felt strange to you?
you know the answer?
I wonder, do you know why voices sound so different over the phone? Because it's synthetic, right? It's not slowed down, that doesn't make any sense. And it's not because you're talking to somebody else, so it has to be because you're synthetic, right? Yep.
This is it.
Well done.
That's correct, I'm surprised you knew the answer. The sound is synthetic. It's practically not even their voice anymore. To transmit data, cell phones use a certain way of encoding your voice into digital information. And when your phone has to use that data to reassemble a voice, it can only do so much.
Nice going.
Oh, you think you'd be able to tell if you were hearing a computer talking? As long as the tone and intonation match, the listener's brain fills in any other difference. Most of our communication is based on assumptions.
I see.
Yeah, my voice sounds just like meows to people who don't know me. Geez, assumptions are dangerous.
Hey.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go hang out with her. We've got kindness maxed out, so there's no need to work anymore.
Yo. Hey, hey.
Let's hang out with her.
Yeah.
Let's go to her favorite place.
Okay. I'll go.
Okay, yeah, so her social link just needed some development. Maybe that's what On needs. Maybe On just still needs more of a push to max hers out.
Ah, you're back.
Oh, hello, Akechi. We're all prepared. All we need to do is wait for the proposed date. Perhaps it's not quite appropriate, but I confess I'm a little excited for this. I expect we both had a long day. It was not until now with work, but I think I can finally take a break. You're not planning on anything too strenuous tonight, are you? Not much. Perhaps we can talk over some of the boss's coffee. Not that I'm complaining, but if you two are so tired, maybe you could use a bath more than coffee. I mean, there's a bathhouse right there. A bathhouse, that doesn't sound too bad. Want to come with me? I appreciate it if you could show me the way. Hold that thought.
I see.
Let's see what these are. No. Nope.
What are your thoughts?
Nope. Alright, let's hang out with Akechi. Oh really? If that's the case, I suppose I'll take you and the boss up on that suggestion. Oh, this feels wonderful. It's been a while. We're 5 feet apart, right? A while, huh? Years. I used to frequent one when I was younger.
So,
Of course, these days I'm the detective prince, but my family situation was, well, complicated. By the time I was old enough to realize it, my father was already gone. My mother was all I had. My mother worked at a nightclub. Whenever she had to bring a man home, she'd send me off to the local bathhouse. You've been through a lot. It's in the past. I have no reason to blame her either. The only one who deserves blame is my father, the worthless, degenerate excuse for a man who abandoned my mother. I wanted to force him to finally give her the apology he owes her, but that's no longer possible. So I didn't mean for our conversation to get so depressing. Actually, are you alright? I know the hot water can make people dizzy. Are you okay? Oh, I'm just getting warmed up. Don't go overheating now. I wouldn't want you to collapse on my account.
it was pretty nice.
That's refreshing. These really taste the best when you're just out of a bath. Oof, I feel like I'm a little lightheaded. Guess I win. You sure about that? Your entire body is bright red. This is the first time I've ever taken a bath like this. I've never told anyone else about my family situation either. I wonder why I told you. Curious indeed. Maybe because I'm the fucking center of the universe in this game. Where's the center of the universe option? I mean, the game makes it really obvious, apparently. Which I don't like. Like, it makes Joker really unrelatable. Because we get along. Now that you mention it, maybe we are pretty similar deep down. We're both victims of the adults who unfairly impacted our lives. I think you're right.
Yes.
I'm even more sure of that after having talked with you. Then again, this probably isn't a conversation we should be having naked. Let's get dressed, shall we? Rank 6. Ooh.
All right.
My skin still feels like it's radiating heat. Next time, let's keep the competition out of the bath. Best to save it for the bays, right? Then we could always see who changes faster. First to leave wins. Are you ready?
Goodbye then.
Hey, between the delicious coffee and the bath, I finally managed to relax. So thank you. It's nice to spend the day with a catchy for once, rather than the detective prince, you know? I don't know if it's because of the whole prince image, but everyone seems to think I'm some brilliant prodigy. It's really nothing like that, but people always seem to misunderstand. If they saw how I was acting today, perhaps they'd say I wasn't acting like the detective prince. They'd probably love it. Make you more relatable, man. I suppose there's a certain appeal to that gap, isn't there? But I suppose you're the only one who sees that side of me. Nobody else particularly needs to, anyway. Honestly, though, I just can't figure you out, no matter how I try. You and I have common ground in some aspects, but in others, we're total opposites. It's intriguing. The more I get to know you, the more it makes me think. I wonder why that is. Now I'm veering into strange territory. I should let you go for now. See you. Only 1 week remaining. Yeah, that's how much time we got to nab the treasure. There's that, but it's also how much longer we'll get to stay as the Phantom Thieves. Yeah. Now that you mention that, it's quite an odd feeling. I've been trying to avoid thinking about it until the time actually comes. Did you remember? I did. Amazing. Well, I guess all we can do now is do this shit like we always do. Yeah, for Makoto's sister. Thank you, everyone.
Hey. Well then.
I want to see your face. It's actually something I think I should tell you, but I can't make up my mind. Sorry, never mind. Forget what I said. Let's decide later. Let's go see who all can hang out.
Hey, hey.
Are you ready to develop?
Yo.
I dug up all sorts of dirt about Kana, that is. Are you free? I want to talk to you about it. Yeah, look at that. Let's do it.
Thanks.
Come on over to my room then. I'll tell you there. So I looked up Kana online, and she's apparently still living in the same town in Kansai she moved to, but she never continued on to high school. I decided to do some digging into why that might be, and, well, the more I dug up, the worse it got. Her parents are in heavy debt due to a gambling addiction, so instead of sending her to school, they make her work to help try and pay it off. Apparently they're still having her model in strange clothes. They're even selling the pictures now. So child pornography? That's fucked. Horrible is right. I thought parents were supposed to care for their children, not use them. Actually though, Kana herself made a request on the fan site. Based on the IP and other tracking data, I'm 99.9% sure it's her. The post was basically just her asking us to make her parents have a change of heart. But she didn't put their names. She might be a little hesitant, or she doesn't totally believe in the Phantom Thieves yet. Either way, I have a solution. I found her parents' names in the address book we got way back in elementary school. Kudu Magiro and Asami Magiro. I got a hit for them from the metanap too. We can fix them. I've decided. I want to go to the mementos and change their hearts. We can't let them keep treating Kana so horribly, right? Please, help me save her. I'll do it for you.
Thanks.
Oh, and since you're gonna help me with this, I'll have to return the favor.
Oh, that's right.
I look extra hard for valuable stuff when we're in the metaverse. Well, pretty good, huh? Chance to revive search objects in the area after battle. Interesting.
All right.
Well, I'll be counting on you. Let's save Kana. So I take it we'll have to do the quest to progress Futaba's social link. That would make sense.
Ah, you're back.
Well then.
Oh yeah, let's do his social link now.
Yeah.
Thanks for Futaba. I never imagined things would turn out like this. I took one hell of a kid. Your probation was almost over. Why did it end up like this? Oh, okay, we can't do it yet. Whatever. Oh, it's flu season. Let's game.
Okay. Oh,
Go for a follow-up. See, I got it now.
oh. Okay.
I can't believe there's only one left.
Nice.
Hey! I don't know. Let's read this.
Oh.
All right.
Pay attention.
Hey, quit sleeping over there. Geez, you all look like a bunch of dead fish. What was it? Your phone? Video games? I know you were up late. I always wake up at sunrise. On the other hand, kids these days. Hey, are you awake? Look at this map.
Why don't you try?
You know that you can see the sunrise the earliest atop Mount Fuji, right? Tell me why that is. Because of high altitude, right? Yeah,
This is it.
Exactly.
that's right. The more east and south you go, the earlier the sun rises. However, what affects it most is altitude. So excluding the outlying islands, the sun rises earliest on Mount Fuji.
Nice going.
That said, who knows when dawn will ever come for this country. The government and police are completely incompetent. Those phantom thieves need to be caught before anything else. We'll show you. We'll show you who's just.
Hey,
Yeah, no, let's go to Mementos and do Futaba's quest. Go to assist, right? Yep, hideout.
that's everyone.
So we're gonna hold off on sending the calling card the 18th, huh? What are we doing now then?
Hey,
That reminds me, still don't have all the will seeds in the palace. Are you alright with that? Oh yeah, we missed 2. Interesting. Might be able to grab them on the day we steal the treasure. Yeah, whatever. What do you mean? Curious about mementos? True, I guess there's no point in letting time go to waste while we wait for the day of the heist. Sure, let's get in there and get what we can before our last job. Yes, it matters not how the public views us. Let us help those in trouble. While everyone's here, this is a good opportunity to sort through the mementos target info we have. We'll start with this one first. This one's especially dangerous. This particular intel is on an ex-mercenary assassin. From what I can tell, he acts like a homeless man, but secretly carries out assassination contracts. If not even the police can deal with him, it's time for us to step in. It'd be bad if we let such a dangerous guy on the loose. We'll have to change his heart. We'll need to take down the evil that can be judged by law. There's still more. Next is, this intel is on the human incarnation of greed, who borrows money and runs off with it. He's changed his name and even had surgery to change his face. Not even the police can catch him. When greed has gone that far, the only thing I can feel is pity. It seems it would be best if we help change his heart.
I'm on board.
And for doing this too, we need to trigger a change of heart in them. There's still more. Next is, this intel is on the parents of Futaba's friend Kana. They forced Kana to take immoral jobs so they can pay off their debt. Ever since she was young, they've trampled over her life. I'm gonna crush them. I'll save Kana.
Nice,
Sounds good to me too.
nice.
Okay, looks like we're all ready to do this. I already left the calling card at our target's home. No objections, right? We're good to go if you're okay with it. That's a unanimous decision. Okay, all that's left now is to take down the targets in mementos. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be a difficult one. A rank difficulty.
Okay,
Let's go, friends. The metanav is reacting. New area has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information. Our notability must be still on the rise, even if it's because of our currently bad reputation. So like a celeb who gets more famous because of scandals? I don't like the sound of that. Either way, the further we go, the more powerful enemies we will meet. we'll need to be cautious in here. All right. I'm gonna do it. That's gonna do it for this one. We will explore mementos and do the quest in the next one. Bye for now, everyone.